Hi everyone, so this is going to be Phoenix's 9-month update, and I'm sorry for the angle, but I'm trying to do this in his play area so I can keep him entertained, and I have my tripod kind of behind his gate so he can't get to it. So this is going to be his 9-month update. I can't believe he's 9 months. 9 months was always a big one for me because he was in my belly for 9 months and now he's been in this world for 9 months. So it's just amazing that, like, how fast time goes. And here he comes. Look, Papa. Look. Oh, you want to stand on Mama? So to start off, he weighs 19.5 pounds, and we went to the doctor yesterday and he had his hearing test and his vision test, which they couldn't finish because he was moving all over the place. He was fine because he didn't notice the things, but then he went to move and I grabbed him and he felt it. As I grabbed him, he felt the thing, so he started pulling it, so they had to stop. They said it normally they don't, it's very rare that they get it at 9 months because they're moving so much. So then he did his hearing test, which surprisingly went really well. He had to stay still for a minute, but my husband was like holding him close to him, and he, they did it both just fine. Then they had to give him one shot, which he cried for like 2 seconds, and then he was fine. And then what else did they do to you? What else did they do to you? Oh, they had to prick his finger and get some blood, which he didn't even notice. So that was good. And he is 28.5 inches. The doctor said his weight is fine. His weight is fine. He was 19 pounds when he was 7 months, so he's only gained half a pound since then, so that's good. He said now that he's active and stuff, his weight is just gonna plateau and on all that. So we're excited about that because everybody's always saying how he's such a big boy, but I don't think so, and the doctor doesn't think so, so that's all that really matters. Say hi. And he's such a little happy baby. He's in size 9-month clothes, but his 6-month onesies still fit him. So they fit him a little more snug. Like, this is a 9-month one right now, so you see how there's like space, but the 6-month ones kind of fit him just right, but he still fits into them. And the pants as well, he still fits into the 9-month pants, but they're like, if I put shoes on, they look short on him, if that makes sense. So so he's officially in 9 months. Oh, and if it's 6 to 9 months, then that fits him still as well. His diaper size, we moved him up to a 4. The 3 still fit him, but the at night he was leaking through sometimes because now he lays on his stomach and all the pressure and everything. So we changed him into a 4s and we haven't had a problem. They're a little big, but not like big like they're high up on him. But other than that, they've been working great. Here, you want this? Yeah. So his sleep, oh my goodness. So I always write down things as I go. So like in the beginning of the month, I start writing things, and then I change it. So when I first wrote this, he was sleeping from 10:30 to 6. That has changed. In the last week or two, he has been waking up. He goes to sleep around 10:30, and he has been waking up at 2:30 every day. And I've been feeding him, which was my mistake because I had weaned him off that middle of the night bottle. But that one night, it was like nothing else would console him, and it just seemed like he was hungry, and I fed him, and then it just rippled off from there. So it's definitely my fault. But last night, I tried to take him off of that, and it was a failure. So he was up for an hour, and I didn't give him any milk, and I was rocking him back to sleep. He would fall asleep, so as soon as I put him down, he would wake up screaming. So I finally gave in, and I said I gave him milk, but I gave him less ounces. That didn't work either because he was screaming when it was done. So I finished it off and gave him the rest of it, what I would normally give him, and he was still crying. So, and then he was up for 2 more hours. But then after that, he slept 6 hours. So I have to work on that. Hopefully by our next update, I have a whole new great story about how he's sleeping through the night. So fingers crossed for that. I know it's my fault. everybody tells me I just need to let him fuss it out a little bit and learn how to self-soothe, and I'm just having a problem with it. But I'm gonna work on it because I miss my sleep. So his sleep patterns now are just a little crazy. New foods that he tried this month were yogurt, carrots, mango, plum, spinach, and he had an ice pop. I had a meetup with a YouTube mommy, and she gives her son these little sugar-free ice pops. So I gave one to Phoenix, and he loved it. It was his favorite. He like was sucking on it, like he really liked it. So he had a first ice pop this month. Things that he's loving this month is Mickey Mouse. Oh my god, he is obsessed with Mickey Mouse. I can't even, I mean, if you see my weekly videos, you see how obsessed he is when Mickey Mouse comes on. So I'm gonna do a video about his birthday party because that is a theme that we picked. And I want to do a whole birthday planning buys video. He's also loving little cars. Like now he goes like this with them. He has one that just goes by itself that I got at Bye Bye Baby, and he loves it. So he is loving his cars and trains and trucks and stuff. He's such a boy. Water, he's obsessed with drinking water. He's always been good with water, which I love. I haven't introduced him to juice yet, and I don't think I plan on doing that until after he's a year, if that. Because water is just very important to me. As a child, my mom always made sure I had a lot of water, and my niece also loves water because she had kidney failure problems. So sodas and juices and stuff are just not good for your kidneys. So I just want to like give him as much water as possible, and he loves water. So far it's good. He's also been loving puffs now that I am not scared to give them to him anymore. I just put them on his tray, he grabs them and eats them, and now he's actually becoming brave and putting 2 or 3 in his mouth, which still freak me out, but I'm doing much better. Yesterday I actually put some on his tray and I walked away for a second. Like he was still in my view, but my husband's like, wow, you didn't sit there and stare at him. So I'm getting so much better at that, and he's awesome at it. Like he chews on it, like he knows what he's doing, but I'm just still scared and nervous. Things that he hates when I wipe his face now more than ever. It's like a war for me to wipe his face, and I'll wipe it clean, and then a couple seconds later I grab him and I see like I missed a spot or something, and it's like, oh my god, it's hell to wipe his face. And I'm sure, I know most babies are like that, but it's horrible. If I tell him no, he gets angry. If he's grabbing things and I tell him like, no, don't grab that, he just puts his face and he goes like this, and he gets really angry at me. So his little temper is starting to show through. He hates when I put him to sit down. Like I put him to sit down, and for a second he goes right on his stomach and just wants to army crawl everywhere. He's not crawling yet, he's just army crawling. Yeah, you have to make all that noise. So that's what he's doing. So when sometimes I will put him to sit and he puts his legs straight and he does not want to sit, he wants to be on his belly, because that's the way he gets around, so I don't blame him. The little pouches, we have been loving those, but I love the convenience of them. I put a little spoon on it and I give it to him, but if I give him the pouch itself, I don't know, he hates them. I put it in his mouth and he's like, I don't know if he just forgot the concept of them, because he always used to squeeze them. He never really sucked them out. He never got that. So he squeezes it. He just doesn't like the whole pouch effect, like if I give it to him himself. But we love the pouches because I put the spoon on it and give it to him, and it's great. But he himself is like totally against them. I think he just, I don't know, he's just confused about it. He's been saying mama, dada, baba, and he knows what mama is. Like last month he was saying mama, mama all the time, but this time like he sees me and he's like mama, mama, mama. And in the morning when he wakes up, he's just like on his crib and he's like mama, mama, mama. He's also starting to pull up on his crib. He doesn't do it like every time, but when I think it's like when he remembers, he'll just grab for it and pull up. And it's a little hard for him to pull up because the crib kind of is like at a slant. It's not straight, so on the sides he can pull up great. In the middle he kind of like has to get a good grip and then he'll stand up. But he's starting to try to pull himself up on everything. He pulls himself up on this table, on the couches, and no, not on the couches yet. If I help him, he'll do it on the couch. But his issue is that he wants to pull up on things that are lower. Since he's on his belly, he wants to pull up on things that are right at his level, and then he tries to pull up, but there's nothing to lean on, so he can't stand. If he's sitting, he'll grab for the couch to pull up, but he's mostly on his belly, so it's hard, if that makes any sense. He's a fussball. What else is he doing? He still has no teeth. I don't know if I've ever said this in any update, but no teeth. The past few days he has been showing signs of teething, but then again he has been showing signs of teething for as long as I can remember. But this one's a little different. Like he just seems irritated and annoyed. So I've been giving him teething tablets and it calms him down. So I don't know if one's breaking through, but I can't tell anymore, because at first I used to be like, oh, I see the white, and now it's like I still see the white, but it's been months and he still has no teeth. So well, we're okay with that. They'll come in eventually. He's still army crawling. He does not get on all fours. He'll get on all fours like the minute I put him down. He'll stay there. He'll rock back and forth for like 5 seconds and then plops on his belly and goes. And he is fast. He gets around. Like, he does not let the fact that he's on his stomach stop him. His arms are going to be strong because he just gets around. He self-feeds with the puffs. At first he would have trouble because he would pick it up and it would be in his hand and he wouldn't grasp the concept of letting it go. He would kind of just play with it in his hand, in his mouth. But now he just grabs them, puts them in his mouth, and like I said earlier, he puts 2 or 3 and he freaks me out. But he's getting good at it, so I'm getting better. He gives you a high five. My husband just recently discovered that the other day. He kept saying, give me a high five, and he would do it. And he kept doing it repeatedly, and then he did it times after that. So, you know, he took off his sock. It's when he wants to do it, but he does it, and it's so cute because it's just cute. And it started when we went to my sister-in-law's job, and somebody said it, and he did it, and we thought, you know, it's just coincidental. At this age, a lot of things are kind of coincidental, but now I think he's kind of grasped the concept of when you put your hand up, for him to put his hand up too. So it's really cute, and I think in my Mother's Day video, I have a clip of him doing it, which is super cute. He does these noises when I'm holding him. He puts his mouth here and does these loud fart noises on my shoulder, and he finds it so funny. He cracks himself up, and my husband will start laughing, and then he'll start laughing and do it again, and he does it louder and louder, and it's just so cute and so funny at the same time. That he grasps the concept that doing that makes us laugh, and then he laughs. So it's amazing to see him grow and change through all this. So for me, I have stopped pumping about, I think it's going on 3, maybe even 4 weeks. I just wasn't getting anything at this point. I was pumping once a day, and I was getting about 3 ounces, and it just got to the point where it just wasn't, there wasn't a point anymore, because what he drank and stuff. So I stopped pumping, and it was a little painful at first, but it got better, and now he's just strictly on formula. It's only 3 more months and then he'll be on milk, so I'm not too worried about it. He was, you know, on formula anyway. He was half formula, half breast milk, and at this point what I was getting, he was more formula than breast milk. So I have stopped pumping, and honestly, it's very, like, the concept, it's sad because you're like, oh, he's not getting any more breast milk, but it's so amazing to have my body back. Like, not my body, because I still need to lose weight, but like not having to sit and pump, or it's just, it's so time consuming, and like to find the time. And now that he's so mobile, before I would do it while I fed him, or, you know, at certain times, and now it was just getting so hard. So I stopped pumping. I'm happy that I made it as much as I did, and he got as much breast milk as he did. You know, there was 3 whole months that he was just strictly on breast milk, and then, you know, it was back to half and half. So I'm happy that he had at least some breast milk. I guess that's better than nothing. And it's hard. Breastfeeding is really hard, and I think that I'm going to do a video on that because I feel like not enough people talk about how hard breastfeeding is. So this is Phoenix's 9-month update. If you have any questions, just leave them down below, and we will see you guys next time. Bye. Can you say bye? Bye. Bye. Bye.